Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Walk Tutorials. I'm KoitsuGZ, and in this video I want to again go over the monster companions. So in this video I want to focus mainly on forming the best team. So there is kind of a good strategy for forming a team. Kind of the best way to look at it is also to look at how you battle against the actual monsters in the quest. So if you look at their setup, you're going to see like a certain pattern. So for example, this team that I have right now actually is pretty good. I actually used this team before. You've probably seen it. But for example, if you go to the quest, you're in battle the final version of, or the last quest for Dr. Mamorino, you're going to see this team setup right here. So you're gonna see the Golem on the left, then you're gonna have the Killer Machine in the second position, you're gonna have a Blizzard in the third position, and then you're going to have a Chimera in the fourth position. So the Golem is going to pretty much be your tank, so that's going to be high HP, pretty good defense. So that's actually also part of the Golem's special ability. So there are going to be several monsters that are going to have special abilities. So the Golem and also the Killer Machine will both have them. The Killer Machines is actually quite unique, but going over them, you're going to see back here in your monster index. So if you go to your Golem at the very bottom, you're going to see right here, I believe I've gone over this before, this is going to be Migawati. So this is kind of like self-sacrifice. So when placed in the leftmost position of the party, the monster will be the one mainly targeted by enemy attacks. There are other monsters that actually do have this ability, but it's the Golem that actually is probably best for this particular position, mainly because it has buff skills that actually increase its defense, so it can take a lot of damage, so that's actually quite good. In terms of actual personality, the one that I'm using for my Golem is actually going to be the Nukameganai, which is cunning or practical decision maker. So that's actually going to be a very balanced type of stat growth when I level it up. So and then everything else is going to be balanced as well. So for example, regular attacks have a 21% chance of well, he has a 21% chance of doing regular attacks to one enemy, 21% chance of doing attacks to all enemies, 20% chance of doing a buff skill, 20% chance of a debuff. I don't have any debuffs on my particular Golem, but also 18% for special ability. In this case, I wouldn't need anything for special ability, since his special ability happens to be this particular one, so Migawati. So that's actually going to be good already. Or actually, special ability might be something, maybe one of his actual buffs, possibly the God Smash, could be. But it also has a Tiger Claw, but I've never actually seen my particular Golem use it. Other ones that are also going to have this particular Migawati skill, the self-sacrifice, those are going to be right here. That's going to be the Slime Knight. It has a Migawati. Then you're also going to have the Treant. So right here, this is also going to have Migawati skill. Then also you're going to have the Rotting Corpse. So that's going to be, where are you? Right here. So the Rotting Corpse also has it as well. So I guess this particular enemy has pretty good HP as well. Then also you're going to have the Marine Slime. So that's going to be right here. This has pretty good HP, I guess. Then also you're going to have the Caterpillar right here. So that one also is going to have the Migawati special skill. So again, this probably also has pretty good HP as well. Then also you're going to have the Iron Scorpion right here. Has Migawati. the Boom Boulder, so right here, that also has Migawati as well. Then also the Wandering Armor right here, that's also going to have the Migawati. But like I said, probably the best one is going to be the Golem because it has actual buffs that increases its defenses, so it can take a lot more damage. Then in terms of next is probably going to be the healer. Your main healer, I believe, the one I'm using is going to be right here, the Hellbuckle. So I believe that this is probably going to be the best healer in the game, mainly because it has Zaoraru, so that can resurrect enemies or allies. So that's actually going to be quite good. There are other characters that actually do heal as well, so that's going to be like the Chimera that does healing. But like I said, probably Hellbuckle is probably the best, mainly because it's has Zaoraru. So for here, you're going to want to use a Osekai, which is the Meddlesome personality. That's actually going to have the best chances of you actually healing your party. So when HP is below 80%, that's when this character will actually heal. Then if a character is down and everyone is above 80%, it'll actually use Zaoraru, so that actually does help out a lot. The only problem is that the healers usually have lower HP. Probably one of the better healers in the game is actually going to be right here, so that's going to be the Hawk Blizzard. So the Hawk Blizzard is really good because it has Behomata, besides also a healing wave, but Behomata is actually a very high level healing spell, so that can actually be very useful in battle. There is a skill right here that is unknown to me. I don't think it's Zaoraru, but if it isn't Zaoraru, Zaoraru can be placed on Hawk Blizzard if you have the actual succession soul for it. Then in terms of heavy hitter, the heavy hitter definitely will be Killer Machine. Killer Machine also has the Suigeki, which is a pursuit ability. So what this does is that after finishing its turn, it has a very rare chance of going again. So it can actually do 2 actions in 1 round, so that's actually very good. I'll actually probably point things out when I go into a battle very soon. But yes, here you want a heavy hitter. Killer Machine is definitely one of them. Another heavy hitter is definitely going to be the Troll. This can do a lot of damage as well. The heavy hitter that I mainly use right now is going to be the Lizard Man. So this actually, Lizard Man actually does pretty good job with moderate damage, but in terms of heavy hitter, it definitely, when it has chances, it can do some pretty good damage to one particular enemy, especially if the enemy is weak to the attack. Then also, let's see, you're also going to have another one I would probably recommend is going to be a Spellcaster. So Spellcaster is mainly the one I use right here is going to be the Druid. So the Druid Spellcaster is probably one of the better ones in the game, possibly the best, mainly for his special ability, which is Ikinari Medapani. So that's actually going to have a chance in the beginning of the battle to actually use Medapani on an enemy to confuse them. So you can use Ikinari Medapani, and then his next turn, then his actual turn, he actually might use Medapani again on a different enemy. So this could actually be quite good. But he's going to have pretty good skills. So debuff Medapani, that's actually excellent. The other skills in terms of spells, Mirami, Bagima, Raiden, and Buggy Cross. So those are all really good ones, especially Raiden. Yeah, I can't really think of any other one to use in terms of a Spellcaster. There are other enemies that or monsters that actually do have pretty good spells. in this case, if you can use Hell Battler. Hell Battler can use Ionizun, so actually, and Merami, so that's actually pretty good as well. It also has a debuff, so Hageshi Otakebi, which is Fierce Roar, so that would actually cause enemies to lose their turn. And then it's also going to have breath damage as well. So that's pretty much the type of setup that you want to do. So you want to have a tank, definitely ones that I mentioned about being placed in the leftmost position. Those are probably going to be tanky characters, but again, the best one is going to be the Golem. So in terms of battling your friends, the best way to actually check to see if you have a pretty good team is to actually see if you can actually go up against the actual quest boss. So for example, especially the last one, since this is going to be the harder one. So in this case, of course you want to defeat your enemies, but in the best case scenario, or the best strategy, is to not necessarily take them down as fast as possible. It is possible, but you want to outlast them more than you want to just beat them outright. So outlasting them is actually going to be a win. But think of the strategies here as all the attacks are going to be random, so you can't actually pick and choose which strategies you're going to actually use. So that's actually something that you can't really you don't have control over. But if you find yourself not actually winning the first battle, try again, because you could actually win the next one. It's all about luck in terms of the actual characters you have. But here, this is my battle. It's pretty much almost the same setup. So here, in this case, we both have somewhat similar. So with that there. Okay, so my healer was taken out right away. So that actually happens quite often, especially when the killer machine uses that particular ability. But there it goes and attacks my main tank, so my Golem. So with that, that actually takes away the actual damage that it could possibly do to other characters. But there goes my Spellcaster as well. And then that's actually a very strong best ability probably within the game. Right there. But unfortunately, I do not have that yet. And then right there, you saw that its own healer actually is now down. But most likely, I will not be able to get through this. So yes, so there goes my tank. Was taken down. There goes the barrier. So let's see what happens next. So Killer Machine goes and takes out my Lizard Man. But to pretty much know that you have a good team is if you can actually beat this particular team. So you can look at their setup. It's going to be, if I go back real quick. So looking at the setup, so it's going to be tank, damage dealer, kind of, this is kind of a soft damage dealer, and then a healer. So a healer is at the end. So what I might do is probably copy that particular setup. So going to my party, right here, I want to actually switch these around. So, yep, right there. Then have my healer at the end. So yeah, actually that's the exact setup that I want. So this is actually going to be pretty good. Hopefully I'll get a better result this time. But with this, let's go and try this one more time. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So I'm going to have very similar structure to this opposing team. And oh yes, okay, so I actually got the Migawati confused on the actual killer machine, though it hit itself, so it's actually now out of it. But there goes Mahoton. But it wasn't able to use its main ability, so that actually works out quite well. So hopefully I'll be able to make it through this. Then let's see what happens here. So it's going to attack my Golem. There again, attacking my Golem. Bagima. So here, so trying to take out the healer is probably going to be the best thing to do. Though that's actually going to be a tad bit hard, since they have a Golem. So for single attacks, it's pretty much going to be attacking the Golem. But for attacks to all the characters, that's actually going to be doable. So like that. So Bagima. So I think my healer is slightly better, and yes, I was able to take out their healer like that, and also able to take out their tank as well. So I pretty much do have this, but now my tank is actually paralyzed, but that doesn't matter since they don't have a healer. They can't heal up, even if the killer machine uses his special ability. This one right here is not really going to matter too much because they're pretty much going to go down. There's Migawati, so now Blizzard is now confused. Healed everyone up. So there goes armor break. So now killer machine is down. And right in to finish him off. So yep, so that was my setup for this particular team. So I pretty much copied the actual setup of the opposing team. So tank, damage dealer, kind of spellcaster, and then also healer at the very end. So actually that worked out quite well. So this team, you have actually seen me use it before. This is the team I normally use. I have actually been playing around with some other teams. I have been considering using Troll, but I do like how much damage my Lizard Man does. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to end this video here on this setup. So again, you want to have your tank, you want to have your damage dealer, spellcaster, and then you want to have your healer. Then your spellcaster can also be your debuffer as well. So in terms of debuffing, that's going to be, of course, Migawati for my Druid. But also I actually included, it also has Rukanan, which lowers everyone's defenses by 1, so that actually does sometimes come out in battle. But with that said, I'm going to end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.